G'day, it's Ben from Promethean. Hope you're well. I'm going to look at using ActivInspire to annotate a PDF and then take that one step further using handwriting recognition. Let's dive in. It should be pretty cool. To prepare for this, I've downloaded an application form from Service New South Wales, which is basically a driver's license form. So we're going to work with that today. And the main tool we're going to be using is, of course, ActivInspire. So we're going to tap on that and open it now. And I'm just for reference, I'm connected to a Apple Mac via HDMI and USB to my active panel. So everywhere I tap, I'm tapping with my finger, and you get the idea there. All right, this is ActivInspire. Before I bring the PDF in, I just want to talk about handwriting recognition broadly for a second. So you can get to it from a few different places around the document. One is if we just grab the pen tool and I write the word, if I just grab the pen tool, let me try that again, and write the word book, that's me, doing some writing at the panel, okay, using a pen tool. Now, if I jump back to the move tool and then select that, I can tap on this little drop down and choose convert to text. Now that will use handwriting recognition to convert the regular pen tool into handwriting, which is pretty cool. The other way you can do it is to use the handwriting recognition pen. So it will do it automatically as you write, which can be quite cool too. And different, you want to use different applications for different things as you use the panel. I've got a little shortcut for my handwriting recognition tool here, but you can always find it under the tools menu under handwriting recognition. Now, if I write here and I write the word book, it's going to automatically convert that to text as well. And what's nice is it will always give you a little drop down to give you some alternatives too. So if you're handwriting, if it's a slightly tricky spelling, or if the technology is not quite sure of what you were writing, it will give you opportunities to per word. So if I write book of poems, and then I'll just do a little something at the end there, it's actually converted it really well. I thought that little squiggle might have confused it. It hasn't. But see, for every word here, you get a chance to bring up some options too as well. So that's just enough information to get you going with handwriting recognition. Another little pro tip is if you want it to convert to a certain sized text or a certain type of font, jump into the text tool. It's this T icon, and then the bar up the top here changes, and you can choose, say, a bigger size, for example, and maybe a totally different font. So I might swap to Optima there, which should look pretty cool. If I write again, say, I better grab my handwriting recognition tool and write the word book one more time. We'll see a change in font. All right, cool. That's handwriting recognition. Let's get back to annotating that PDF. I'm going to go to the File menu, and I'm going to go down to Import, File, Import, PDF. I've got to remember where I put the PDF, which is all right. I know it's on my desktop, and I've got two versions of it here. I'm just going to grab the one called License Application and tap Open. This little dialog box can be interesting. If you want to just bring in certain pages, you could choose a range. If you wanted to bring in multiple PDFs and create a bigger document, you can choose to add them at the start or at the end of the flip chart, which is essentially the working document within ActivInspire. Even at the top here, you can create a custom size PDF if you wanted to. Just going to leave mine like for like. So every page of the PDF represents a page in the flip chart. And hit open, and this is what we get here. Actually, let me do that one more time, because I think I only brought in the first page. So we're going to go back to File, Import, PDF, navigate to the PDF, double click or tap Open, Yes, here we go. I want to make sure it's all pages, and we're going to import. That's better. Cool. So now I've done it how I wanted to. I can see here that every page of the PDF now has its own flip chart page. Very, very nice. Now, the page of the PDF is fitting itself as best as it can to screen. If I come up here to the top right-hand corner here, I'm going to say fit to width, just to give me a little bit more space to fill this out. Again, I'm going to grab my handwriting recognition tool. I'm going to start to fill this form out. And for this example, my family name is going to be Smith. Perfect. Now, my given name, let's go. I've always wanted to be Jack. Awesome. Very, very cool. Now, you can adjust all of this easily enough. I can grab the move tool if I want and just realign those objects if I really, really want to. But you get the idea here. We're starting to make some changes. Let's fill out a couple of more things here. Let's go my residential address with my handwriting recognition tool. Tap in here. It's going to give me a dot. That's lovely. Let's go 38 Smith Street. Beautiful. And you know what? I think for illustrative purposes, we'll leave that there. Although I might just grab the move tool one more time and just position that how I want it. All right, cool. So we've used handwriting recognition to annotate a form. The last part of the puzzle is getting those annotations to stick to the PDF. All right, to do that, we're just going to export it out with changes. So we're going to go back to the File menu. We're going to go down to Export. We could export it as a whiteboard file. That's not what we want to do today. We want to come down to All Pages 2 and most likely PDF. So we'll save that to the desktop. I'm just going to grab my little keyboard here and add the letter 1, the number 1 even. Oh dear. And let me just close my keyboard there. Let's get that out of there. And then I'm going to save that to the desktop. Very nice. Cool. Let's minimize ActivInspire. We're finished with ActivInspire now. We've got a little pile of PDF documents here, which is good. If I tap on License App 1, let's open it. Let's have a quick look at it. And let's go to page 2. You can see that the annotations I've made with handwriting recognition have stuck to the document and exported out. Any questions? Please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. My name is Ben. You can find me at ben.iles@prometheanworld.com. Always very, very happy to help.